There you go. I forgot how to record just that quick. One of these days, I'm actually gonna, like make like the stuff I need to make for my YouTube and do like the thumbnail. I'm looking for thumbnail pictures and stuff. I do graphic design work. I just ain't doing no thumbnails. I don't know why. But I'm gonna scroll through these charts. If they mess you, don't mind it, because I'm actually about to start. I'm about to clear all my charts off and start from scratch. You know why? What I used to do, I was keeping all of my old pattern markups on here, but they don't really matter too much. They don't matter that much. So I'm gonna erase all these joints off here. So let me go do gold real quick and see what we got on gold. We had a nice little, not nice, but it's kind of ugly cipher pattern over here. But this joint still pulled 94 pips. 94 pips with a 0 pip drawdown on it. That's a very ugly pattern, but it made it happen. What else we got around here? Let me see. I don't see nothing. I always do it in a small time frame, then I go back and do it in a higher time frame. And this is literally the process I do of finding patterns, because my eyes are trained so well to where something's gonna stand out or it isn't. This bat pattern right here is still legit on your GBP. I will come back to that one. Now I go off the cuff today. I didn't write a plan, so we just in here. We in here together. We all be lost in the sauce together. Well, we ain't really lost. We know we doing it, but same difference. Look how this Gartley pattern finished. Oh boy, did that go. We had at the most 9 pip drawdown with 186 pip in profit. Then it came back to entry number 2. Did the same thing. That's crazy. That was a chance for almost 400 pips right there. Man, crazy. Might be too close. Let me see what else we got. This joint. When did I draw this? Last week some point? Was it last week? No, this was a while ago. Never mind, scratch that. Let me see. This has to be the slowest moving pair on Earth right here. So I said Earth with an F just now. But look at this. Look at this. If you would have gotten that entry number 2, to the bottom right here, you'd have been up a maximum of 40 pips. 40 pips is actually pretty good. But this is a pretty slow moving pair. So with this, what I did was that same hack I talked about last time, which is moving price, getting take profit at B. So we got at your first one, B would have been 20 pips. I want to say the second one would have been 30 pips. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 30 pips. So you could have made a hot little 50 pips on that. Let me continue on. Recent on here. This one, so GBP CHF. This is actually, let me go back to the original bad boy that set this whole thing off real quick. Let me go this one. And let me grab this one. Look at this bat pattern. I don't even like bats that much, but look at this bat. Oh boy, look at that entry. You can't ask a better entry than that. So again, no pip drawdown. What, my bad, 2 pip drawdown. And this joint then fell for 200 pips. You can't ask for that. Like a 1 to 100 win-loss ratio on that one. That's crazy by itself. Let me now. I'm sure you guys are hacked. That's what I'm doing today. So I didn't really plan what I'm doing in this class. So I've been running around like crazy for the past 2 hours. What I'm going to do is I am going to get my words in order and then say them. What I'm going to do is show you guys the ideal entry area for a harmonic pattern. I'm gonna draw some up and show you guys why I would enter and why I would not enter this pattern, because just seeing a pattern is not enough confirmation to get into a pattern. Which again, I know you're probably thinking, okay, it's a pattern right there. I should get in this pattern. But no, if trading was that simple, everybody would be rich. Everybody. This right here, is this legit still? Let us see. Wonder why I did it just now? To see if this palm was past that point. I'm just gonna erase this real quick. Let me see. Nope, invalidated. Now, what we could possibly have here. Oh, I might see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. What is this, TCHF? Did I draw this one already? I think I did. Yeah, it's a nice little cipher pattern right there. Just that quick. So I'll come back to this. Let me write this down real quick. I did this last time. I did NCHF last time. This is ECHF. I'll come back to the cipher pattern. I got y'all. I'll come back to that. What we got here, entity CHF. This was also a cipher pattern that invalidated, so we ain't even gonna look at this, so I can see it already. This one definitely invalidated, and then hit entry and took off. The disrespect, the complete and utter disrespect right here. Look at that disrespect. Now, if you guys, I don't know if you guys see it or not, if you know this, there is a head and shoulders on here. If you look closely, let me hide this pattern that got disrespected real quick. I'll hide them from the race because you're dead anyway. Head and shoulders on here. If you guys can see this, it's kind of jagged. It has a jagged edge on it. Not talking about the group, but look at that. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And where did the price go? Right back where it came from. Now, sometimes the head and shoulders won't be as clean. It will have an extra peak like this. Sometimes I have an extra shoulder over here. It doesn't matter how many shoulders it has. It can have 4 like Goro, but as long as it drops back down to where it went at, we golden. You see that? It had an extra shoulder over here, a little bit of dancing around right here, but it still dropped down hot low 40 pips. And I know some people are like, oh, it's just 40 pips. 40 pips ain't much, but 40 pips can change your whole day depending on your lot size. What we got here? This one, oh yeah, okay, so this pattern right here, this is a Gartley pattern. It formed very ugly, but this joint was drawn in November, all the way back in November, and it just completed. So if I was swing trading, I would have been in this trade from down here, let all this nonsense happen when it was up 200 and some pips. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Me knowing me, even if I was swing trading this and expecting the price to still hit this entry up here, I'm still getting out of 200 pips. You can't just stick with 200 pips. Because what would have happened is it'd have been up here to 300 pips, 319 pips, I want to say, and then dropped all the way back down to negative 320 pips. I'd been real mad at myself. Even though it's back at entry, I'd been mad at myself for sure. But yeah, this pattern was still valid through all this nonsense. This pattern was valid the whole time. And you see what happened. It went back to entry, and technically it should still be dropping. Well, from that point, let me go over here. Yeah, it's still in the entry zone. It hit entry 1 and 2. All it did was drop down initially 131 pips. That's the only. That's pretty good pippage right there. But continue on. This MFer, playing around on this bat pattern, but this is definitely overdue for a drop. Look at that stair-step action right there. Look at that impulse, consolidation, impulse, consolidation, impulse. Like, yeah, this one is definitely due for a drop. Let me go to the daily real quick. Yeah, you up there. You way up there. I know there's lines galore on here. Don't worry, but when I see these charts next time, they're gonna be clean. They're gonna be real clean. ECAD. ECAD is right at entry for a bat pattern, and it's right at a diagonal trend line, and it's right at a daily level. We're gonna see what happens. What I'm gonna do with this one, I'm actually gonna place probably a sell stop on this because I want to see price. What I want to do, I want to see price get under this little jump right here. I want to spread it down here. That's what I want to see because that's a slow level of support right there. But again, we coming back to these. I'm just going through and see what I have real quick. I'll come back to these. I'll come back to ECAD. Write this down back, and that was HS cipher. Might be all we cover. Might be all we cover. Now, okay, another thing too. I covered this last time also, but it's nothing wrong reiterating. So sometimes, I know I always tell you guys, look for a W or M formation on a pattern. Sometimes that W or M formation slightly invalidates your pattern. When that happens, I went over this last time too, you can still make money off of that. And how might you make money off of that? Now, this right here, probably would hurt some feelings, this right here, which was almost W formation, then it hit that trend line, dropped off. Also, a thing I taught you guys a long time ago, I have a video on YouTube called the Pip Pop, and I know it sounds stupid, but I was talking about this area like this. When you have a strong, like I said, a daily, even 1 hour diagonal trend line or a 4 hour trend line, and a strong level of resistance or support, and price meets at both of those, what tends to happen is price rejects hard. Like look at that hard rejection right there. So I mean, that's just showing that there's a chance that price might not bust to that point, continue this pattern on. Same thing here. You see that? This isn't the prettiest one right here, but still you have a diagonal trend line. Price came and directly tapped that and then turned around. That little simple movement happens a lot. Price will hit a converging point of trend lines and support, like right here, and just take off. It's not a guaranteed move, but it be happening a lot. Look at that. Look there. Look there. Like, I love when I have a pattern that ends and it's at a point like that. Because even when it does something crazy like this and spikes up, I know that it's still at one of these points where it hit forward resistance and it hit these two trend lines and it just dumped off. Let me see. We got these all over the place. There's no point in me going through and drawing every single one of those examples, but they out here. They definitely out here. Look at that. One right there. They all over here. They're all over the place. It's not a guaranteed move, but it happens a lot. Nothing in trading is guaranteed except you're going to take an L. But it happens a lot, like I said. I'm not going to do all this crap. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. There's too much on there. So we come back to those same one I just said, and you see what's like got on here. Oh, we got on this bad boy here. Oh, yeah, that pattern is dead. Look at this. Now, this is ghosted out. There's a really big pattern right here that I had, which is too much patterns on one chart. Basic, bam. It didn't even hit entry. It came close to it, didn't hit it, and then proceeded to take off running. Ooh, 356 pips. Never even hit entry. How dare you be disrespectful like that? But it was close. It was pretty close to entry. You know, that happens too. We're going to talk about this one here. We're going to talk about this. Oh, Head and Shoulders. I actually gave you guys this Head and Shoulders in the group chat. Yeah, I want to say it might be on the 20th. Actually, the price still up here. I gave you on the 15th of 15th of January. I gave you guys this. And remember I was telling you guys just a second ago that a Head and Shoulders can have multiple shoulders on it. You guys see there's a little point right here. There's an extra shoulder right there. But price still followed that move and pushed right on under 60 pips. Now, what it also did was kind of a little break and retest of this trend line. It pushed down under it and it came back to it right here. It came down under it, pushed back to it, then rejected off of it. So, I mean, that's a nice little head and shoulder setup and a nice little break and retest. Get up off of it. So let's see what else we got. So nothing else, nothing with two F's in it. Hold up. So now that I said that, I'm gonna open up a new chart layout. I think it's squeaky clean. Oh, this thing is new. I ain't playing no games. Get this off here. I don't need you on there. So these charts are naked to the max. So if you guys ever heard of naked trading before, but naked trading, most people think that it's like people who just come on in the charts and see this right here, and this is all they see. That ain't naked trading. What naked trading is basically you not using any indicators. I mean, some people love indicators. Some people live and die by indicators. Some people can't stand them. Me personally, I'm not an indicator person. Never was my thing. And I never decided to add them. I tried to add them at some point in my trading career, which is very, not say very short, but my trading career, a couple of years ago, I tried them, didn't like them. Early last year, I tried them, didn't like them. I feel like they don't add enough information for me to actually hop into a trade with them. I know some people will like trade by EMAs and MAs. I can't. I just can't. But I can, but I don't. There you go. So let me go to this ECHF I was talking about, and I see it's way down there. Way down there. So I hope you guys see the movement already. Now, I covered the cipher last Thursday. I told you guys what to look for is basically a drop and a drop. So hold up real quick. Excuse me. This is your drop and drop right here. Meaning impulse down, number one, came back up, drop back down again. That's probably a trend line break and retest of some sort right there too. But we ain't talking about that right now. I'm pretty sure I can probably show it somewhere. Let me see. Let me grab a little tiny trend line real quick. Let me grab you, see what we got. There's a little trend line break and retest right there. Actually, it's more like that. I'm trying to get on these wicks. There you go. That's actually a trend line right there. You see how it broke and retested it? And this is on a very small scale because it's on a 1 hour, but that is your break. That is your retest. That is your continuation right there. That little break and retest probably got a lot of people paid because that little movement right there is, drum roll, 40 pips. Why is everything 40 pips for? I don't know what's going on today with this 40 pip movement. But I actually saw, I'll come back to it. Nope, I'm not talking about that. I'll come back to this too. I will come back to that, but we can talk about that right now. So the cipher pattern. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the parameters of it or not, but what it is impulse leg, first move right here, bam, it's your impulse leg. So we're going to grab a Fibonacci tool, and we're going from hypothetical X to A, right there. Let me type in a X. This is big old text. Let me make that smaller. X. We got our A. We got our hypothetical B, the point where price turns around. And this one barely hit the minimum of what needs to be in B because it's at 382, and that's all we need. It wicked it, and we're good. We are golden. So now I'm taking my next fib, which you can actually use the Fibonacci extension tool in here. I don't know why I don't use it. I just use my regular fib tool, but it does the same job. Take it right back all the way up to A. You know, from going from A to X, you go X to A, that's how you get B. Then you go A to X, is how you get C. All you need is price to tap the zone between the 1272 and the 1414, and you see that it's in there. It's all the way in there. Now, the reason why I do my box like this, I'll make it red though. The reason why I do this box again like this is because sometimes price tends to tap this and then it'll leave, like it's leaving, then it'll come right back to it. Now, if you didn't have this box here, price might come down past this. You don't know that's past it because you don't have a zone box. It's going to require you to fib it again. So if you just do it one time, draw the box, now that box is always there. So you know, as soon as price is outside of this box, it's invalidated. Now, if it wicks outside the box, it's fine. But if it closes outside that box, it is invalidated. So that box is basically just there to show you that if price goes past that point, you ain't in there. It's dead. It's dead. So now that I have all this information, I can count this as my C zone, but that is my C, my legit C right there. Now, all the other fibs I don't need, get out of here and get out of here. I can now take my fib from X all the way down to C. I'm looking for a completion area of 786. You guys see it right here. If you can't see it right here, my 786 right there. And I can draw my cipher pattern, which is going to go X to A to B, B to C, and C with decompletion is now right here at the 786. Let me turn this to my cipher color, which is blue and purple. Bam, and that's all she wrote, literally. That's all she said. That was her whole journal. So she wrote down. Yeah, so a whole pattern right there. So now that I have this information, I'm kind of working backwards on this. I'm kind of going reverse on this, but bear with me for a second. Let me show you guys of when I would or would not get in this trade. So off the rip, literally the first thing I noticed is that there is a hard, let me get rid of this trend line. I don't need this right now. Matter of fact, I'll just hide it instead of getting rid of it out here. So if you guys didn't, you can just hide stuff and bring it back. How you do that? So I want to hide this too. If I hide this whole pattern, all you do is go down here to your layers. It's still there. You see it? Turn the eyeball back on. Turn it off. Yeah, it's still right there. See the trend line. It's still right there. But I have this pattern on here right now. This is a lot. There's a lot of information on this chart. A lot of downward movement. That's a crazy wiggle. That's ridiculous right there. That is beyond ridiculous. But it was funny. A lot of people don't realize that when you have a long push like this, this one long push that happened in, what was this, January 2015? That's crazy. That is a super mega drop. Literally fell off a cliff. Fell down 2,200 pips. All this movement up was just covering that space. I can bet you on some brokers that probably was a gap because that is huge. But looking at this, all this movement was literally just to fill that space. Look at that. It came to the pip to fill that space, and they came right back down. So these, if you listen to anyone who's very, very technical in trading, they will tell you a move like this and long wicks are definitely emotional. Now, the filling of these is institutional. This is the emotional wick, meaning that something happened, bam, price just freaked out, it's out the gate, it's off the rip, it's dipping. But institutional moves are going to make it slowly, like this right here. This is the institutional move right here, and this is the emotional move. This long drop is the emotional move. All this right here is the institutional move. I'm just filling that up. So anyone who saw this drop happen probably like, you know what? People who were new saw this and were like, oh my God, this thing is selling. I'm pretty sure if you were in a buy on that for the 2,000 pip drop, that account probably was blown to the bits, literally. But for this whole ride up, you know that it was that. This whole ride up should have been golden. That's 2,000 pips up. I mean, it took forever in a day. Literally, that's 4 years of movement, 5 years of movement right there, just to get there. But I mean, if you knew that, you could have been ahead of that move. But back to what I was saying just now. I'm not going to mark this whole chart out. I mark up charts every single week on these calls. You guys probably tired of seeing it, but I'm going to do a quick little just markup of an area because I'm on a daily chart. I need some points of reference because these points of reference are going to save the day sometime. So let me go to my daily line. I'm just looking for my level of support and resistance real quick. Let me see what I got. That one isn't the sexiest, but it definitely is there. My confirmation: 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4 touch, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches. Yeah, it's all in there. They all in there. Easy little confirmation with that right there. I'm gonna make this real thin because it's not too important for what I'm about to show you guys. But this is just like, confirm what I'm looking for when I'm looking at these patterns. So take that. I'm gonna drag you down here to another point right about there. That's a pretty clean one. And again, you see I see confirmation. You see points right here. I don't know why I always show you guys this after I say it, but it's force of habit. So you're gonna take this education. You're gonna take this education right there. Right there, confirmation touches right there, just so you guys can have solid confirmation of the support and resistance on here. I want you guys having no questions about it, what's going on, what I'm looking at. But yeah, it's all there. So get off there. You can get out there. So now I got that. I can copy this up right there. This might be all the data lines I need, mainly because all my action is below that. I need my support right here. This one ain't the cleanest, but right there. That's the lowest low point. Let me see what that corresponds to my pattern. It is way under there. Yes, some space down there. So a pattern like this, right? This pattern is legit. It's definitely legit. But what I see on this is it might get disrespected. And the reason why I say that is I just drew this line right here. This is a major data level because I go to the left real quick. I'm at 4 hour. That's the last time that price had some support, was in that area right there, which is right down here somewhere. You see it? Now price is this blue line right here. This is the price it's currently at right here. It's a blue line. So it's actually on a level. Let me drop a little line right here too. I'll make this one gold. Even though I'm on a daily, I'll make this one gold just to differentiate. This is where price is currently at right now. There is a level there. There's definitely a level there. Remember, these lines are not perfectly straight lines, these are zones, but look at confirmation over here. Look at that. Price definitely has some issues here too. But the lowest low it can go is back down to here. We hope. That's what it's looking like. This is like a strong little area of support, but so does this level too. This is a strong area of support too. But price is in between those two. So with that being said, let me see what price is at. I need price to get on top of this. Now, this is the first thing I said, the first thing I saw when I opened this up. First thing I saw was that price, this is the two of the same line. It doesn't matter, make one pink, make one really thick. That looks like trash. Let me fix you. Bam. So price is kind of stuck in this line, this pink line I just drew. It's kind of stuck right here. You see this is zone from like basically right here to right here that price is kind of been stuck on. Right now, price is stuck on this. Now, what I need to happen here for this to be legit, that this is gonna push up the way I think it's gonna push up to complete this pattern, is that I want some confirmation. I want price to get like up here. I want price to get above both of these two zones. So what that means for me is that if price is pushing up here somewhere, it's probably going to come back down and then find support on this. Find support and then make its way up, how it's going to do. But its next level of resistance is right here where B is at. So it may slow down there too. So let me go and drop a line right here. Just so you guys can see the level of resistance. I'm going to look like, yeah, there you go. Just that easy. See, this again is how you know your lines are on point. So I just dropped this B at the tip of that and look at my confirmation over yonder. Look at that. And right there. I probably just smacked that and turned around. Now I'm not saying that price won't get up there, but there's a high chance it's going to tap that area and turn around. So me knowing that, This wouldn't be one that I chase just to hop in just to get into it. But what I will do is be aware that this pattern is here, but I need some confirmation. Now, how much pips is this between here and there? That is 15 pips. Now I'm thinking to myself, yeah, is 15 pips worth? Is 15 pips really worth 20 or 30 pips? I'm gonna say no. That's a pretty bad win-loss ratio. Now this one, since this whole movement on this whole pattern on ECHF has just been choppy, but it's been still stepping this way down, I'll have to go through and draw some trend lines on here to see if the trend has been changing. Because right now it's still making. Look, let me see something real quick. That's pretty close. I know I'm talking my mind, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But right here, so I would still say the trend ain't changing yet, because what we're looking for in here is something I covered, and you guys probably heard in I Am Academy before, the lower low, lower high. I know it's hard to say this now. Lower low, lower high thing. And it's been lower low and lower high and the whole way down, which means that this trend is still going down. Now with that, when we see something like that, I don't want to force this, try to make this to be something that it ain't. Let me grab you, drag you over. Let me make you time my own. I'll make this a daily and turn it green because I'm on 1 hour. Now I'm gonna grab you and make my little channel right here. The bottom, you guys can see that price is kind of just been stuck in the same little zone right here of, bouncing back and forth right there. You see that? Price just been tapping those lines and riding them back and forth. We'll see what it's actually at. So yeah, that's also right there showing me. I probably can drag this over too. Let's see where this goes at. That's actually pretty legit right there. Pretty legit right there. So you see how price has just been riding these trend lines essentially. Now, D is way kind of outside of this trend that price has been. Now, for this to be legit, price is going to need to get some momentum, break out of this green trend line right here. It's probably break out of here. Oops, wrong thing. Break out of here. Probably come back to this and then head up. But this drop ain't gonna be big, and meaning this drop ain't gonna be big is that you're looking at. Is this whole thing worth 12 pips? It's the question you gotta ask yourself. Is all this hassle worth 12 pips? I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of times, if I see a pattern that's like take probably like 15, 12 pips, I'd be like, I ain't taking it down. I want at least 20 pips, which I know 10 pips, 15 pips is still pips, but it's all about the risk to reward ratio, because I can't, it's very hard for me to say. It's only, I'm gonna fudge this now. Risk to reward ratio, not ratio. But what I mean by that is I don't want to risk 30 pips to get 15. I understand some people do that, but it's very backwards. It's like someone saying, hey, if I win this bet, I get $50. If you win, you get 25. You're like, no, I'm making that bet, because at the end of the day, you're risking more than you're looking to gain on that. So this is a lot of stuff to break through. At the end of the day, it ain't pips out here. It ain't pips. The whole move up is 56 pips, well, almost 60 pips, but it already started. And there's a chance, since it's in between these trend lines and bouncing around, I can bet you if I grab this trend line and copy it and shift and grab the channel over here, look how that works. Let me make this one different color so you guys see what I'm talking about. This one nice and blue. Let me make it a little bit thicker so you guys see what I'm talking about. So you saw I just copied this trend line over, right? Did just copy this trend line over, and look at the confirmations on it. Right there, right there, right there. Almost this B turnaround was right there too. And price is technically still on it right now. It hasn't broken or retested it yet, but it's wicking on the bottom and pushing up now. Look at that. Look at it pushing up right now. So even when that's happening, price probably going to come here, and again, like I said, come here, find support, and then head up. But again, you ask yourself, is it really worth that risk to reward ratio? That is hard to say. Let me look at Forex Factory real quick and see what we got as far as news. Today's Monday. There's news at 10:30. I ain't gonna be this long. Ooh, some AUD news though. That might actually make something shake. That might make something shake. Let me look at ECAD, or not ECAB would be. So yeah, that cipher pattern is legit, but price has a lot of stuff to work through to get there. Let me look at ECAD real quick. Okay, I know I can see exactly what I have on here. Now, for you guys who are in the main chat with me, this should be something that I post inside there, because looking at this looks like a chopped up mess, but if you know what you're looking at, this looks like patterns galore. Patterns galore. Like right here is a pattern right there. Oh, there's a bat pattern. It didn't complete. I can't talk. Completely complete unless you grab from right here. Then that makes that a Gartley pattern. Yep, now it becomes a Gartley pattern. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's right here. Now you might be wondering, why would I grab that second point, not the first point? Just because it proves the point even more. I want that validation. Look at that. Look at that 886 right there. Bam. That's a wrong color pattern, but yeah, nice little Gartley pattern right there. There's no point in doing the other fibs because I know it's a Gartley just by looking at it. Bam, right there. But what we're looking at right here is now this one's a little more funky. Depending on where you grabbed your original fib from, is depending on where your pattern is at. The other way. So right here, and again, this is a little janky, but there is enough information here for you to be able to draw this pattern up just based off this one fib. Just looking at this one fib, man, that's ugly. That's a really ugly W. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter how ugly it is, it's still legit, it still works. It still makes it do what it do. Does this one here work too? I can't remember if I drew this one right here or not. Let me look real quick. Probably. I think I probably know what I'm looking at, but it doesn't matter. Let me see something real quick. Yes. So there's two things going on right here. The big pattern I'm about to draw, but also there's a small one. So I'm gonna draw a big one real quick. What's the bat pattern? X to A to where you at? B to C. This one is lower. C to D, which would be 86. This is the bat pattern. Where you at? Where you at? Bat pattern. Basic bat. Bam. Now, so in the bat pattern, all you need your B to B, or you need your B to B is 0.5. It does not have to touch 618. That makes it a Gartley. Entry. Yeah, entry is at 886 for the sell. You see on the higher time frame, the 4 hour, you got some long wicks right there. Even though this wick is getting filled right now, you have some real long wicks right here. So there's a high chance this is going to be dropping. A high chance it's going to be dropping. There's no guarantee it's going to be dropping, but it's looking like this is a pretty strong zone that it's in right now. Drop a line right here just so you guys can see it. Drop a line right there, big pink one. Look at that zone right there. Look at that support. It's like this is right at resistance right now. Remember, everything on top of this is resistance. This is all resistance right here. Look at the clear line where this is at. This was all resistance right here. It was support. Make this green instead of red. That was support. But besides that, this was all resistance up here. So it's coming into a resistance zone and it's wicking like that. This joint looks like it's about to sell. Now, on top of that, we had on here on a smaller scale, let me get some of these fizzle off here. On a smaller scale, we had on here, I actually like this pattern though, because it's showing it came to prove my point exactly of when not to get into a trade. So let's look at these two pink lines real quick. When you have a pattern and your entry is like right at a level of resistance, that is one of those things of confirmation. Because it's like, yeah, price might push up here to X because it's allowed to do that, but so much of your confirmation is below this pink line. That's the price has been tapping and turning around at. Now, unless a strong news impulse happens or something makes it freak out, even when this long, look at this long push right here. Hold up, look at this long push right here. Look at this long push up, and it hit the brakes right at 86, which has happened to be right at resistance. So it really does not want to be up there. So even this bad boy takes a slow time to get down, like how it's going to get down, it doesn't really want to be there. Now, again, there's a chance it might go up there, but it's looking like the higher chance that it's going to drop. I'm not saying it's going to be a stark drop, but this setup is just all the lines are just lining up with how they should be. Let me see something real quick one more time. I'm just going to drop this line at where B is at. See what we got. It's not the sexiest one again, but look at that. This B line, which I'll make a different color so it stands out. This B line, even, I'll make it dark blue. This B line was support over here, support, resistance right here, support for all this movement. Then it became resistance again right here for this, and then it became support right here. So this line has been, it's been flipping, flip-flopping over this line over and over and over again. So if anything, it looks like if price drops, it's going to come back to this line. If it drops, it's coming back to this line. That's what it looks like. Because price likes to go back and find previous resistance and find support. So this could be a second tap because this is still just a wick. This could be a second tap. Be like, yeah, I won't be there. I'm gonna head out like that. It might decide it wants to do that. So let me go and erase all these boxes because they're everywhere. Get off here. Everywhere. Boxes. So, so the other pattern I was going to draw really quick on here before I talk about, that was the easiest thing how to get on here. It's added line support and resistance. I can probably drop some trend lines on here too to confirm what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing, but it's kind of not necessary. But if you guys want to see some trend line action, I can make the trend line action happen. Trend line, that's my thing. Make them things happen. Look at that. Look at that. Trend line action right there. It was just off the cuff. See how fast I pull that trend line out right there? It's off the cuff trend line right there. And what we got? Confirmation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches. That's a lot of touches on the trend line right there. Look at that. Break and retest. That's a nice solid trend line right there. Good one. Definitely a good one. But what that sucks about that is this is not the trend anymore. That was the downward trend line. Let's see. Where the side this was at? Right here. There's a method to this madness. But look at those confirmations. Same trend line right there. Confirmations galore. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Look at all that confirmation on this trend line touches. But this chart is becoming a mess very quickly. There's too many colors on here. There's too many colors. But let me get back to what I was saying. The other pattern I was about to draw, well, that I actually saw by looking at this, you guys see it, I'm gonna draw it real fast. It was actually right here. It was this. Oh, let me change this so it actually stands out. I'll change it afterwards. It was X to A to B, B to C from this lower. This one is lower, C to D. Now let me make this right here. Garlic pattern. Again, this garlic pattern is very ugly, but you don't have to be pretty to make it do what it do, because it definitely made it do what it did. There's actually another one, back to back, right here. This is like a bat pattern. And it was, what's funny about this is, now look how easy it is to confirm these, because I want to erase this line. This is the other fib that's running away. Look at that 886 for that bat pattern right there. I didn't draw perfectly on here, but look, there's a bat pattern right here. Back to back, bat patterns. Just that easy, because that's how my eyes work, and that's why I, send you guys the, hey, what do you guys see right here? Because that right there. Now, even though this bat pattern drop wasn't astronomical, but it's still 40 pips. You run a low 40 pip wave today, and 40 pips to get you paid. Let me erase this fib now. But yeah, it's a bat pattern right there. But I wasn't even talking about that bat pattern right there. So I want to erase you. Now I will. No, I'll erase you. Bye. This garlic pattern right here. Now, I did not fib this out completely. I only fibbed the first part from X to A. So let me not you guys see it. I'm going to ghost it because it looks really crazy. Like how it looks. Looks like two kites back to back. Let me expire that. So let me fib this out real quick. We're going X to A. Bam. We have a 618 touch right here in the middle. 618 to 786 touch. It didn't touch 786, but it's in your zone for your B to be legit. So let me draw my letters on here real fast. We have a, make it bold. We have a B. We have, oh no, I'm tripping. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I forgot my alphabet. Well, I forgot my trading alphabet. This is supposed to be an X. X comes before A. How dare I? X, we got an A, we got a B. Right now, B zone. So now we have that. It's unnecessary to do this, but we do it just for educational sake. We're going A to B to find out C. There's so many lines on this chart, but price went down to 886, so we're good. You guys see it down here. Price is right at 886 down here. You guys know what I'm talking about right there. You see it? 86. Now get off here because too much lines on here. Now I can fib. Do you guys see that? 886 is my entry on my Gartley, but I need to find my money zone. So with that, I can now take from B to the low down here. And where are you at? I can't see because B is in the way. No, not you. Letter B, get out of here. Let's see what we got here. Now this came within a pip of entry? That's pretty close. That's a pretty close entry right there. Yeah, that came within a pip of entry. So now, depending on what your D point, yeah, literally one pip. Now with this one, being that I have this big blue line right here, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have front ran this trade, mainly because front running meaning that my entry would not have been at 1272 and 86, it would have been at the blue line. Mainly because that's a strong level of resistance. There is patterns stacked up on this thing, like it's throwing up gang signs. This thing is definitely stacking. But I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff real quick. Hold up. That's the ugly pattern right there. And it came within a pip of entry. So I saw this, I would have gotten this trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look at that candle right there. That candle is saying, hey, price about to turn around. It's calling my name. It's saying, hey, turn around. And one more confirmation before we get up off here. We got a break. And we got a retest. And we got a rejection. That's what that is. That's a break, retest, and rejection of this blue trend line right there. See that? Break, retest, rejection. It's too much stuff. Get out of here. Get off of there. Bam. It's too much stuff going on right now. My eyes are going crazy. Get rid of YouTube. You guys see it. Break, retest, rejection. Yeah, that's another confirmation. That's my buy confirmation right there because that trend has now been broken. Now, if you guys know I was talking about earlier with the lower low, lower high, I know I came back to this again because that's how my brain works. But it's low, low, lower high. I'm gonna erase this pattern because it's not important right now. You guys see what the trend when it was coming down. I can even drag this trend line over yonder somewhere. About right there. Either or is fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it goes at. Let's put it right here. Doesn't matter. You guys see that this point was high, this point was lower, and this high right here was lower than this previous high. And then this low was lower. Then this high was lower than these highs. And then this low right, this low right here was lower than these lows. You see how the trend was changing? Now, the look that the trend is changing from this downward movement of all the projections of this trend line is right here. Look, you have a high we have a low that is higher than this low. Yeah, now I have a high right here that is higher than this high. You see that? It's making a higher low, higher high. Now, again, your next thing, you have, this one's almost even, but you have another low, about dead even or higher than this low. Then you got a high right here that's higher, a high that's higher, a low that's higher. That was a nice little push up. So the overall big trend is changing. Now on a smaller scale, you see your next thing was a lower high, lower low. I got arrows all over the place. Lower high, lower low, and then we got a higher high. And every time you see it as a higher high, right, what happens? They got an even or higher low, and then bam, look at that, higher high. I got a higher low. Same thing. This one is higher. This one is higher than that previous one was. And then bam, look at that, a big old push up. Not as high is higher than this high right here. And then this high is higher than that high right there. That low is also higher than that low. I just drew arrows all over the place. And I hope you guys knew what I was talking about just now. I was trying to get a point across without typing HL and HH and stuff like that. But you see how it goes, it's higher, 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 higher. Everything's higher, and then it goes, one goes lower, the next one's lower, the next one's lower, the next one's lower, until the trend decides it wants to change. The next one's higher, then that one after that is higher, and the one after that is higher. It's like stairs. It's like basically think of it like stairs or escalators. It keeps on rolling in that direction, so something makes that trend change. What usually makes the trend change is at a point like this. It's another arrow, not one of many arrows. When price hits resistance like that, it's like a smack, and it turns around. That's a nice candle right there. Turn that price turn around, or when price is stuck in the channel, like how it was with these blue trend lines coming down. Every time it hit the bottom of this channel, it bounced off. Like right here too, it's bouncing off, bouncing off, bouncing off. Hit the top, it's dropping off. So that's making another low. It's been bouncing off. Like everything just bouncing off. I've got arrows everywhere. But it's Arrow City over here. Get off here. All you guys to go away. Yeah, I do a lot of arrows. Only arrow stupid just now. But I know this class is a little bit different tonight. Is there any questions tonight? Any questions? I may or may not upload this class because people ain't been on here. If they ain't on here, they don't want to see it that bad, huh? Now, if there's no questions, what I will do is hop up off this bad boy because I'm talking for the past 3.5 hours. Now it's tired. My throat's tired. That's how I'm talking. But, oh, there's a question. Hold up. I didn't see the chat the whole time until just now. Can you find out entry points? Yeah, I just saw it just. Oh, you just typed just now. Can you find out the entry points? Entry points on what? On a pattern or on a what? Because right now on ECAD, our entry point right now is this pink line. This is actually your sell point. Bam, right there. Now we count this as take profit. Because I feel like if price is anything, we take profit. So your entry point on this pattern that was here, which was a bat pattern, I'll flip it out again from here to here. Why did you get stuck right there? Oh, because that's right there. Okay. Your entry point on a bat pattern will be 886. You see how price kind of tapped it and then turned around on the fib tip? Oh, yeah, I got you, man. Your entry point on this on a bat pattern, 886. So bat pattern right here, X to A to B. Oh, that's not my B, my bad. Let's try this one more time. X to A to B, B to C, C to D, which is 886. So in bat pattern, your entry, 886. Bam, right there. That's actually my garlic color. So I'll change this, but this is a bat. Basic bat. Bam, 886. So this is actually just sell zone right here where price is at. I get rid of this fib one here. Now, your entry zone on, what if I cover HF? HF. Your entry zone. Got me out here yawning because I was tired, boss. Working, boss. I think the price actually slowed down right here. It's slowing down right here at the same spot. It might blow through it, but it's definitely slowing down right here at this same pink zone. Now, on your cipher pattern, I can cover the whole pattern again, but your entry zone on a cipher pattern is 786. You're going from X to C, and 786 is your entry. So right here should be, that's too high, but I'll fix that in a second. This should be your sell right there. That is your cellmate, like you gel, your cellmate. And this is actually, I will use this right here as take profit mainly because this is your last level of support right here. The pink line right here, I mentioned right here, take profit is what I do. That's what I do. Take profit. Get rid of this fib. And that's how that works. I'll do the Arizona just in case I prove myself right or wrong in the future. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But yeah, that's your sell on that right there. On each F, 786. Now, on your Gartley pattern, your entry is a zone. Ray and I both do it a little bit differently. I do mine from there's a lot of stuff on this chart. You'll leave that alone for right now. But I do my entry on my. We're not covering Gartley. We're not covering Gartley. I have enough Gartley stuff on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is I'll be talking for another hour and a half out here. My YouTube channel at Elmodern Trades. I mean, at Elmodern Trades on everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for sure. If you search that on YouTube, it's gonna pull up my my YouTube page. I have a class, well, a session called the Money Zone. The Money Zone is about the Gartley pattern, and it's about how to enter it. So search for the Money Zone. The Money Zone is that Gartley entry, that green box I draw on there. That's what that is. You can learn the cipher too. I just uploaded a video on Friday. It's literally called The Cipher, and it shows you how to draw a cipher. So all this is on there. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. No problem, man. No problem at all.